I'd like to call the meeting of the Oklahoma City Metropolitan Area Public Schools Trust. The first order of business will be to appoint a chairman pro tem for this meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
I assume you mean Carrie Decker.
Pardon?
Carrie Decker will be the chairman pro tem.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about
motion.
Carrie.
All those in favor? It is approved.
Thank you very much. With the meeting called to order, we'll move on to agenda item number 2. Approve the minutes from the October 24th, 2017 Oklahoma City MAPS meeting.
Move
we have a
approval.
motion. Move approval. Have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? We'll vote on approving the minutes. Motion passes. Item number 3 is receiving and ratifying the financial reports. We have a motion to accept the financial reports for the trust payments for October.
I'll make the motion. Chairman.
Have a second?
Second.
Oops, do we have any discussions regarding the trust payments? All right, looks like the motion passes. Item number 4 is a change order number 2 from Cesar Chavez Elementary Classrooms and Gymnasium addition, increase of $37,611.86 under project ES 0083.
As you said, this is change order number 2 for Cesar Chavez. There's 3 items on this change order. The bulk of the change order is item number 1, and it was some playground drainage revisions. This is at a request from the school district. There was an adjacent playground area that wasn't draining well, and they asked that this contractor take care of that drainage. And then there were some modifications in that area that had to do with a flume and also with drainage. And then there was some soil that had to be removed. Can answer any questions you might have.
Any questions regarding the change order?
What was the nature of the contamination of the soil?
Excuse me?
What type of contamination did the soil have?
The site, that goes back a long ways, and it was because of all the oil field activity in the area. What the ultimate decision was with the Department of Environmental Quality was that it would just be capped. There's a 3-foot cap of soil on that. Well, we dug down beyond that 3 feet, so any of that soil has to be properly disposed of and then replaced.
Thank you.
Do we have a motion to approve this change order?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll take a vote. Item number 4 passes. Moving on to item number 5, approve the preliminary report for FD Moon Elementary School renovation project ES 0084.
Very glad to bring you this preliminary report today. To walk you through the preliminary report and all the high points is Cale Wilson. He is from Design Architects Plus. I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Wilson.
Okay.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. We're excited about this project to get it started, and I'm just going to go through. It's fairly straightforward. Moon is basically a complete renovation. It's an existing 128,000 square foot facility that we're going to go into and replace many different things in it. One of the items that we listed first was the heat and air. The heat and air in this facility, we say bring up to code. All the return areas in the hallways that does not meet code, we'll correct all of that. That does not necessarily mean we have new air conditioning throughout, so I want to make sure everybody understands that. A sprinkler system will install throughout the entire facility. We're going to remodel the main entry doors to create more of a secure entrance into the main office. Right now you enter into a main hallway and have to walk down a long hall to get to the main office, and we'll show you a plan of that as well. Remodel the cafeteria space, enlarge the existing toilets near the cafeteria, as well as replacing the storefront at the main east entry. Floor tile replacement. In the past few years, they've had floor tile replacement in the main level. We're going to replace a floor in all the classrooms as well as the second floor space where KIPP resides now. Look at intercom installation throughout the facility since they are both KIPP upstairs and Oklahoma City Public Schools downstairs. Many of these are ADA upgrades. We will be installing an elevator for handicap accessibility to the second floor, which they do not have now, as well as update several toilets throughout the facility for handicap accessibility, as well as expand some of the toilets to create additional toilet facilities for the facility. We're going to go through and paint all the classrooms, replace the floor tile as ceiling tile in the classrooms as well. Some recommended improvements as well as right now on the exterior of this building, they have plexiglass windows, and when we talk plexiglass, these are not clear plexiglass. These are solid. I mean, there's really no daylight getting through them. We're going to go through and replace those with clear glass so they can see outside, as well as correct some of the soffit on the west entry of this facility, and paint the exterior of the building as well as repair the stairs at the main entry. And those stairs are actually on the east side of the facility. They're just falling apart with handrails and that type of stuff, as well as doing some ADA upgrades on that side of the building. Budget is always a constraint, so we do have alternates for the project. We talk about new marker boards in all the classrooms. This facility does have 2 gymnasiums. They're in fairly good shape now, but we look to replace the gyms separately as an alternate number 1 and 2 to put rubber flooring in those gyms, as well as new curtains in the cafeteria and stage area, a chairlift for the stage, replace ceiling grid in the classrooms in lieu of painting. If you remember earlier, we're going to replace the ceiling tile and paint the existing grid. If we have money, we'll replace that grid. And then we'll provide additional security at the facility, which includes some of the main entrance to the facility as well.
Are these alternates in priority order, or?
No.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by new security? Is that a fixed asset? What is
There's been a request by the district to add additional security cameras at the facility.
Oh, cameras.
We're actually going over with the district now about how we can expand that. They do have a security system now.
Okay.
But they're just asking.
Well, it's cameras.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the site. It is at Northeast 13th and Martin Luther King. Here's the existing facility as it sits today, and we really aren't rearranging any of the classrooms or facilities. We're just going in and renovating them. The second floor as well. You can see the elevator on the east end. It's actually centered in the center of the hallway so that we can align it up with the first floor and giving a storage facility to the KIPP area at the very end of that hallway. Downstairs, we've labeled the elevator that's in conjunction with the second floor. We're going to renovate this entire office area. The office now is really the label where it says New Teachers Lounge. That's actually the main office. So you can see coming from the main entry doors, which are at the very top of that screen, when you come in those doors, you would have to walk all the way down to the New Teachers Lounge. We're going to rearrange the office area so that you'll come in the new entry door, which will be a secured entrance. You'll come into the office, you'll have to check in before you can actually get into the facility. The rest of that space is being remodeled with floors, walls, ceilings, paint, as well as remodeling the existing bathrooms. And really, remodeling existing bathroom is really throughout the facility. There's a toilet facility on the second floor as well as the first floor, as well as another one by the cafeteria. The budget for this project is $3.2 million. Right now, we're hoping to proceed with the start of construction in the second quarter of 2018 and complete it the first quarter of 2019. With that, are there any questions?
On the second floor, I noticed that the classroom spaces are much larger than on the first floor, and I'm assuming that's because of the differing program needs that KIPP has from Moon. But what if KIPP moves to another facility, another location, or goes out of the business entirely? Would those classroom spaces be available to be chopped up, or?
Yes, if you're looking at that, I backed up to the second floor, you can see the 4 larger classrooms. Those are actually used as one classroom now by KIPP, but each one of those has a operable partition in it that could be closed off. So if in the future they move out, we'll close the partition and use it as 2 classrooms again. And there's actually one of those, I believe, on the first floor, too. You see in the bottom, there's 3 larger ones there as well. Those have operable partitions that do not work now that we'll be replacing with walls as part of the renovation.
Any additional questions? If there's no more questions, we'll entertain a motion to approve the preliminary report.
So moved.
Second. With no further discussion, we'll vote. Preliminary report is approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item number 6, update from Mr. Clowers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the trust. Fairly short update today. Construction continues on the Cesar Chavez Elementary School classrooms and gym project. An engineering contract has been awarded to Kimley Horn engineering firm for the roadway, parking lot, and storm sewer reconstruction project at Capitol Hill High School. And you just received and approved the preliminary report on FD Moon Elementary School renovation. Letters of interest were received on November 3rd for another project at Capitol Hill High School and Spiegel Stadium to provide parking and traffic movement study, building site improvements, and the shortlisting of those architects and engineers is in progress, and so we hope to have one of them under contract early in 2018. The next trust meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, December 5th at 3 p.m.
Thank you very much. Item number 7, any comments from trustees, staff, or citizens? Seeing none, then we are adjourned. Thank you very much.